Hi, I'm Jack Hackathorn with Milbank Manufacturing, and I'm here to talk about the advantages of our patented power management system built within our automatic transfer switches. First of all, I want to point out to you the differences between ours and many of the other ones out there, hence the patented. We have an air conditioning control module board that's installed in every one of our transfer switches with the exception of our 50 amp. And what this does is there are three determining factors that allow you to properly manage your load under National Electric Code NEC 702.5 and still call whole house power. First of all, you have dip switches here that will, when flipped in the proper positions, will indicate the size of the generator that is installed with this transfer switch. So the first piece of knowledge that this board has attained at this point is what size generator is out there and what its output capacity is. The second thing we want to pay close attention to is the current transformers. Current transformers are going to go over the load conductors coming from the generator into your transfer switch here, so it can at all times monitor how much current is actually being consumed in the home. So you have the A component, which is what's the generator capable of outputting, and you have the B component, which is what is it currently taking as a load. And then the C component is anything that you want to have under the managed portion of the generator that can be reduced from the calculated load and downsize the generator are going to fall under these two termination points here on what we call the ACCM, or Air Conditioner Control Module. You'll simply take the thermostat wire that's running to the air conditioner's condensing unit, and you will bring it into this transfer switch and load it on the A terminals here. And basically what happens is, during a power outage, the transfer switch will sense that the utility has lost power. It will send a signal to the generator, turn the generator on, allow the generator to reach full speed and warm up. Then it will switch over to generated power. For the first 5 minutes, this will be locked out, anything that's on the control modules over here. And then after a 5-minute waiting period to allow the air compressor to completely decompress, it will then see if the thermostat is telling the condensing unit to come on. The last time this came on, the current transformers were able to monitor the additional load that came onto the generator when that particular load kicked on. So now not only does it know what the generator's capacity is and what the current load is, it also knows what the additional load will be if this particular load is turned on. So therefore, this board can intelligently determine whether it can allow that air conditioner or whatever that load is to come on and not overload the generator. We have two termination points on this air conditioning control module, so you can do 2 air conditioning units, or you can do an air conditioning unit and a hot water tank, or whatever other high wattage load that you would want to take and manage under the system, and you could actually decrease that wattage size from the overall calculation of the generator and therefore use a smaller generator. The second thing I want to bring to your attention about this particular transfer switch that really differentiates us from all others out there is this second breaker. The first breaker, of course, is for your utility. The second breaker is actually a shutoff for the generator. Now, in the event that there's a problem inside the home, let's say they have a fire or some kind of a situation like that where an emergency response team is going to come in, and the first thing they're going to do is shut off the utility power, so there's no power going into the home. If that occurs, the generator is going to sense a power outage and it's going to turn on. Well, what we can do here is we can also shut off the generator load that would go into the home, so therefore you've cut off all power into the house inside this single transfer switch without having to locate the generator and shut it off at the generator.